So this video is just some final tips to get you ready for the AP exam. Most of this information we've gone over before. It's meant to be just an overview, everything in one place, just some things that I want to float to the top of your mind. I broke it up into sections. So for timing, you're going to have 45 minutes to write and 5 minutes to upload. So a little bit more than we practice with usually. We usually practice 40 minutes to write. I want you to spend 10 to 15 minutes on the reading portion. So reading and taking notes, which I'll mention in the next slide. I'd also want you to spend 3 to 5 minutes on the introduction alone. You can read the introduction in about a minute, but the introduction is going to have a ton of clues about the rhetorical situation. I want you to spend, a good 3 to 5 minutes just looking at that and trying to untangle who is the speaker, who is the audience, and then why did the speaker have to interact with their audience in a certain way? How did they try to get them on their side? There's going to be tons of clues in the introduction. Once you're done with the reading portion, you're going to have 30 to 35 minutes to write, depending on how long you took to read. Keep in mind, you're going to be referring back to the reading as you write. So if you're leaving the reading section thinking, I didn't understand everything 100%, number one, you don't have to. And number two, you're going to continue to read as you go back and look for quotes. So you'll understand it more as you go along. When you're taking notes during the reading, the notes should be really quick, just bullet points. I don't want you to spend too much time, but I do want you to start thinking and starting to put down things down that'll help you in your writing. So I do want you to write down the speaker, audience, purpose, message, and exigence. That's going to help you in your introduction and body paragraph. And then I want you to think about what the author is doing in each chunk of the reading. How did they begin? How did they continue? And how did they end? And what rhetorical strategies do they use in each of those sections? Also write down key phrases and words. Okay? Anything that's key to you isn't important. It probably is important, and it might become part of your argument. They also could become examples for diction, ethos, or pathos. That'll help you in your body paragraphs. And then finally, be looking for shifts in tone. Tone can always be a topic for one of your body paragraphs. It's also, the AP tends to like to pick examples with strong examples of tone. People who really care about what they're talking about or they're writing about, and have nuanced changes in tones. It doesn't stay static the whole time. It shifts. So in the essays, all you have to do for your introduction is you're going to outline the rhetorical situation, speaker, audience, purpose, and message, and then you're going to answer the question in the prompt in a complex way. I put an example below, and the red part, you can see that they're mentioning a specific rhetorical strategy. I want you to mention more than one. And then the black part, they're making it just a little bit more complex. They're going beyond just summarizing the prompt. So using extended parallels, rhetorical strategy, between human activities and the activities of nature, Jaren encourages her audience to recognize the importance of the natural processes she studies. I think this is a good, solid thesis. It's got some complexity in there. It's not overly wordy, and it mentions the figurative terms. For your body paragraph, you are going to mention a certain rhetorical strategy in each of your body paragraph, but more than that, I want you to focus on what the author was trying to do, and the effect on the audience. So yes, they were using diction, but they were using diction because they wanted to get a certain reaction, because they knew that it would get the audience to think differently about the issue, or to feel guilty in a way that would cause them to take action or reflect. That's the good stuff. The rhetorical term, why they were using it, and what effect it had. So for the sophistication point, here's the 3 ways you get it. It's a tough point to get. I think more of you guys are going to get it than think you're going to get it, but that's just my gut. So the first way you can get it is explain the significance or relevance of the writer's choices given the rhetorical situation. So given who the speaker and the audience and the message was, how did they pick strategies that fit that situation? How did they pick the right words to appeal to that audience? That's all that means. It's much more easily said than done, but if you can make a connection to the rhetorical situation, which you've already outlined in your introduction, and the choices that you're detailing in the body paragraphs, you're going to be on the road to get the point in this category. Another way you can get is mentioning the passage's complexities or tensions. So this is just showing that you understand how complex the issues can be, or the different nuances that the author put in there. Why was it so hard for them to write about this situation, and how did they show that complexity in their writing? And finally, employ a style that's vivid and persuasive. A lot of you guys have been doing a really good job elevating your writing. I don't want you to forget about that part no matter what. Longer sentences, more advanced diction in your own writing. If you do start feeling stressed out, here's 4 things you can always do. If you get to the prompt and you're thinking to yourself, I don't know what to do, you're always going to be able to write an introduction from the information outlined in the introduction to the prompt. Okay, that part's always going to be pretty clear. So you'll always be able to get that introduction. Okay, when you go through and write, you can always write about the key phrases that you noticed. You pick those key phrases because they resonate with you, because you understand them. So you can always write about them, and they can be diction examples or ethos examples. You can always write about the author tone and how it changes. No matter what the prompt is, the author is going to have a tone that can 100% be a potty paragraph no matter what. And the other thing is, whatever the topic is and whatever the reading is, the author is going to need to capture the audience's trust during the piece. So you can always write about ethos. How does the author get the audience, the person they're speaking to or the reader on their side? You can always write about that. So keep these 4 things in mind. If you think that you can't do it, you can do these 3 things. You just have to remain calm. So the last tip I have is to just relax during the writing and work with the prompt. It might be an easier prompt, it might be a more difficult prompt, but you have the tools that you need to formulate a response and to do your best. That's it, guys. Good luck on exam day, and you guys are all going to do great.